time. So you got to stop. The second thing you got to do is you got to drop. So first say stop.
Stop.
Drop. That's the next one. So you got to drop.
He was rapping the whole time. Well, we're trying to work on this. You were rapping.
I was pretty impressed with this.
Do the rap.
No, I'm not. No, we're going to do it at the end. We're all going to do it together.
He's going to do his Tootsie Roll at the end.
No, I don't do no Tootsie Roll. The butterfly. Oh, that's over. Let me do the Tootsie Roll. Okay. So you got to drop some good opportunities. Think about this.
Good.
To focus on the great opportunity ahead of you. And so that's one thing when and so I've got a couple here I'm going to share real quick here. But you got to drop the things that drag you down for the things that lift you up. You know what I'm saying? And so think people all the times when their life falls apart, they say, well, I say, well, where you been? You know, they come to church, well, my life's falling apart. Where you been? Well, I just stopped coming to church, you know? And see, that's what happens. We drop the things that sometimes are the most meaningful, that offer the most potential for the things that don't. And so we got to learn to drop the things that aren't going to take us to that next level. For me, when I decided, hey, we're going to plant this church, we're going to move to Granite City, I had two really amazing job offers. One was a crazy amount of money for 5 days a week, off Saturday and Sunday, which means logistically, no, it's 5 days a week. Yeah, it's 5 days a week. And it means logistically, I could have done what I did and preached on Sunday, but there's no way I could have built and led and trained a team to do what God is going to have us do to complete the vision. So I had to say, okay, I got to drop these opportunities that are good for something that is going to help me achieve something great. And every great person who's going to be great in business has to learn to drop the good for the great. And you ask that question, does this fit the vision of my life? Every question is filtered that. For me, also I dropped things like TV and news. I stopped watching the news because it made me think negative about the world that I was living in, right? And so I just dropped those things. If some people can do it, I needed to. I asked Sherry, what did she do? She said she stopped shopping when she decided she's going to make RVP, and she stopped watching TV. And she made this goal that when she reached RVP, she's going to spend $1,000 on clothing to make up for that. But guess what? She had a buttload of money to do that by that time that happened. And she decided to say no for a season because she had a reason. And then Kim, she decided to give up the PTA, getting involved in some of the school things that she was in before. They were good things, good causes. But she had a great purpose in mind. She wanted to bring me home so we could go do exactly what God had us do. And then Devin, she said she gave up on taking things personally and being easily insulted, you know? And so sometimes you just got to give up on that, you know? Like, you know what? No matter what anybody says to me, I'm just going to drop that because I'm going to move on to something great. And so we got to drop this idea also of getting rich quick. You know what the Bible says? The Bible says wealth is gained little by little. And so if you say, listen, I'm going to take this 500 and the next month it's going to multiply itself. And the next month it's going to multiply itself. But I've got to be involved in something that provides a residual income. I'm going to do this for a reason. It's going to be difficult for a season, but it's going to happen. And so that's huge. Think about a farmer. When a farmer plants a seed, it doesn't go in and dig up that seed every day, right? It doesn't say, well, how come this seed isn't growing? Well, let's see what's happening underneath that soil. The farmer has some faith that if it sows into the right soil, guess what's going to happen? Growth is going to happen. And then it produces a crop some 30, some 60, some 100 times itself. And you're looking, when you invest in Arbonne and you drop the other stuff for the stuff that's going to make it, it's going to produce a harvest that multiplies itself. And you have a multiplying agency in right underneath your feet. So we gotta stop, then we gotta shut them down. Everybody say shut them down. We gotta shut them down. You gotta shut down that negativity. Amen? Right? You're gonna get involved in something. The first thing what happened when we moved to Granite City, everybody told me why a church plant would not grow in Granite City. You know, people are moving out of Granite City. You know, churches aren't really growing around here. We haven't had a success with this. Blah, 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 blah. I had to say, shut them down, baby, because I believe in something great. You guys have something great here. We knew, because we saw what's happened through Kim's business, that we could trust in so many different areas of life. And so if you gotta shut them down. Any negative thought, any preconceived insecurity in your mind. You know, we have these negative talks. Every Sunday before I get up and preach, there's a thought in the back of my mind that I'm going to sound stupid today. You get that before you go into Arbonne? I have to shut it down right now. I don't care. I know what my mission is. My vision, I know what my mission is. I have to shut it down. And we have to understand that when people's business isn't working, they're not working the business. They might be working some type of business, but we're not working the business that you've taught them. So you got to make sure that you're shutting down those thoughts when somebody quits, when somebody walks away, when somebody says no to their dreams. You still say yes to yours. You got to shut them down. So you got to stop. You got to shut them down, and then you got to open up shop. That's the next one. Open up shop. Everywhere you go, here's the thing. If you're in the public, you are open for business, baby, right? And so there's a couple times you're open for business. I always tell Kim, hey, make sure during, I got to make sure I'm doing my work when nobody is around, right? So that when somebody's around, I'm ready for them. And so you're preparing yourself through trainings and things like that. And you're opening your shop up, and there's an administration side of your business that you've got to do, and there's the public side of your business you got to do. And the great thing about your job and Kim's and what I do is that when I'm out in the public, I'm open for business, baby. Mm-hmm. And so I'm fully present in people's lives, and I learned to talk to strangers. Anybody get freaked out talking to strangers? I was actually at the mall today with Kim. We had a little date, some sushi, some fun, right? And this guy was just trying to talk to her at Macy's in the gallery, and she just, shut up, I don't know you, get away from me. I'm thinking, oh, she ain't an Arbonne consultant, you know what I'm saying? She ain't. That's exactly, I'm like, that was me, this old dude just walked away like this. Aww. I just felt bad, I tripped him, but I said, open up shop, baby, come on, don't let her talk to you like that. No, but I mean, that's the truth. I mean, and so when we open up shop, here's the thing, your hobbies are a vehicle to meeting people to complete your dreams. Where you go, your business goes. And so oftentimes we get involved in a circle and we're like, I don't know if I can talk about this. Man, if you know why you exist, you know other people are trying to come out of that same thing and trying to come out of. And so we stop, we drop, we shut them down, and we
open up shop.
Open up shop, baby. That's what we do.
Tell them about, we just had this guy get baptized this past.
Oh, yeah, a guy named Brian. So I went to this wedding, and I officiated this wedding. And everywhere I go, I'm always saying this. I'm suspicious that God is up to something everywhere I go. I'm always suspicious about who I meet, that something could happen. And so we're sitting at this table. This guy comes, and I said, hey, man, my name's Larry. What's your name? Oh, my name's Brian. Brian, what's going on, man? Tell me about yourself. Ain't much going on. I'm just kind of discouraged right now. Okay. Dude, what's going on? As we just started talking. And we talked for probably 2 hours. Now, it was okay because Kim was talking, so she was opening up shop for somebody else next to her. Guess what?
He shares
right?
Jesus, I share Arbonne.
Yeah, she was sharing Arbonne. I was sharing Jesus. This guy got baptized this Sunday. Come on, man. This guy, and you know what? He says, I've got a brand new life. And you know, what if I would have just went there, did my job, left? I went to the reception. I said, we've got to go meet some people in our city. We are open for shop. We're open for business today. And so as you go out, just be suspicious that everybody you meet might be your next district, right? And they might find their next district. And they might complete some goals and dreams in their life. But you got to stop, drop, shut them down, and open up shop. Peace.
So I want to just finish with a call to action here. And so having been through, we've been married going on 17 years. This coming February. Happily 9.
It'll be 10.
That's real, man.
10. And so, anyhow, so happily married at 10. So when we were, all those years of him working retail, the mall is open from like 8 in the morning till like 11 at night.
In Christmas time.
At Christmas time. Basically from November to December. It has some crazy hours in there. And we only got to see Daddy in between my little shopping trips. Like he's working at the mall a lot of times. So I'd be going to Penny's and then we'll go see Dad and then we'll go to his excuse to shop. But that was the only time we got to see him. And it was just, and he had to play, so he worked in a piano store, so he's playing Christmas music all the time. And so he wouldn't even let me play Christmas music all the time. He was so sick of Christmas music, and I love Christmas. And so here we are years later, and he was able to walk away from his job and pursue our family's dream, and we relied on Arbonne's income for 3-4 years. And so my question to you guys, like, don't be selfish in this business. When you see that Target lady who's so sweet working, and you're not willing to open up your mouth to share like the opportunity we have, or you see, you know, it's, if you're scared to talk to people, honestly, it's just pride, it's being selfish. You're more scared of rejection than what you can do for them. And each one of you that are in here, just imagine if nobody told you about Arbonne. Like, our life would be so different, and Sherry talks about that. So this month specifically is the most wonderful time of the year to help people find an income, but that income, show them that vision. It will last way beyond January, you know, and especially with our nutrition, January is a big month for us. Yeah. So that's a huge part of our business. So anyway, thank you guys for coming, and